Hello everyone, this is Pineberry Mummy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to talk about two human-centered design techniques. One is called rough and ready prototyping. The other is called Think-Aloud testing. They go hand in hand with each other. Model making is a process of thinking with your hands. Low-fidelity sketch models make it easy to generate a number of tangible concept ideas without significant investment of time and money. Using readily available cheap materials like paper, markers, cardboard, you can quickly create concept models for people to evaluate. The sooner you create something tangible for the customers to touch and manipulate, the earlier you will get meaningful feedback about your ideas. You can use rough models to help to identify if the idea is working, or you can use it to pinpoint weaknesses in the process so that they can be addressed before the design is finalized.
Paper prototypes are a fast and cheap way to test ideas for products and services. As such, they are an integral part of the design thinking methodology. By showing paper prototypes in user interviews, you can get a better understanding of user needs and also use it as a basis to experiment on, during and after the interview. To start off, let's talk about commonly used materials. These include a pair of scissors, tape, glue stick, marker, Post-its, and paper and cardboard in various colors. Let's say you want to test your newest business idea, a dog food delivery service. If, for example, you want to visualize an app or a website, you can start by drawing a simple interface. It doesn't matter if it looks crude. I actually recommend it, because that way users are encouraged to talk honestly about the concept itself. In contrast, a highly polished prototype draws the attention to details like button placement and color choice. People also tend to hold back their honest opinion because they do not want to devalue your fancy prototype you've obviously put so much work into. The same goes for physical objects like wearables. This technique is called wireframing and allows users to get a feel of your idea. Having a physical representation of the device helps to understand the implications of wearing it. Would I take it to work? Or wear it when doing sports? Services, on the other hand, are a different story since they are intangible. So try to pick out a part of the service experience you want to focus on. Let's say you want to host a convention for dog owners. One prototype could be a written invitation, another a program overview. Use these as a starting point in interviews. Here I am building a dog food shipping package. I can use it not only to test its content or size, but also the unpacking experience and whether the instructions are clear enough. To sum it up, while paper prototypes lack the functionality and detail of a traditional prototype, they are great for evaluating early concepts from a user perspective. They can be created and adapted very quickly, and in case users don't like them, simply discard them.
As you can see with the sketch that Miriam created, it's easy to visualize the user flow, but it's a little bit more difficult to understand the user interactions between the screens. You can use your paper prototype to simulate interactions. For example, if we look over here, I've pre-created some paper prototypes, and we can explore what happens when I click on an individual button. Here we have the floating action button or the quantity, and we can actually have it drop down. And see what happens when a new screen appears and we're looking at the checkout cart. We can also select the address and a pop-up window will appear. To avoid carrying around your paper prototype from meeting to meeting, record these interactions with your phone. Or you can create an animated GIF by taking a few stills and throwing it into Google Photos' Auto Awesome feature. It's just easier to share your ideas with people that way.
I don't agree with what she said here of recording the screen. After the prototype is made, you can use roleplay to simulate the personal interaction. By performing that roleplay, you're basically carrying out another human-centered design technique, which is called Think-Aloud Testing. Basically, we're going to give this prototype to the user without guiding them through how to use it. So you present it to them and ask them to figure out how to use it. And when they're trying to figure out ask them to think out loud, like basically their thinking process of the moment when they see it, what they're thinking, and then when they open it or like click something, they're thinking, oh, like, am I going to get the next screen, right? So you can see that, for example, like if the design is not well thought through, maybe the user is not able to find the right button to move on to the next screen. So I give you an example. Recently, I tried to buy some unit trust on Alipay. And actually, I tried it multiple times and I really cannot find the button where I can click to buy the unit trust. So I think that design probably is not so well thought through. So ask them to think out loud, and then you observe, and then you note down all the interactions, like whether it's easy for them to find something or it's difficult for them to find something, and the feedback when they're giving throughout this ThinkAloud process. Another benefit of using the prototype to do the ThinkAloud testing is that you can create an immersive environment for the user to understand under what scenario or under what situation is user using this product. So I give you an example. In Singapore, there's a very famous website for the new mommy to buy products for the babies. However, this is a website, and I'm quite surprised that it's designed as a website, because if the team has done human-centered design, research, and so on, they should have realized that new mummies are so busy with the kids and they also have so much chore to do. The only time they can do shopping might be the time when they're feeding. So they actually need a mobile app instead of a website. So if the team has done testing like what we mentioned here, I think they would have designed something that is more suitable and more successful.
The fidelity of your prototype should match the fidelity of your thinking. So don't be afraid to share your prototypes early and often to get feedback to guide your next product design decision.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please do hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Your support means a lot to me and it motivates me to produce better content.